Hi, this is Monica Haynes, and this is my final part one for my social media campaign for the Beauty Is community. What we have done, or what we're doing for this particular campaign for the Beauty Is community, is a campaign called Beauty in Art and Advertising, and we are utilizing all the current platforms: Facebook, the WordPress blog, Twitter, and what we've added is a Pinterest board. Um, and the reason that we added the Pinterest board, we had done a Google Plus community, but I was advised to use a Pinterest board because, first of all, it provides more of a visual interest in the subject matter, which is very visual when you're talking about art and advertising, so it makes sense for that. But we're also going to still utilize the Facebook community because we do have that community developed, and we want to continue to develop it. So we're going to use that in conjunction with this campaign, and also the WordPress blog, which is probably the most popular of the formats in terms of readers and users of that, and people seeing the content. And then also Twitter, because it gives us direct interaction with the mavens in this particular community when you're talking about beauty, and already have some people who want to collaborate with me, and we found each other on Twitter. So what the Pinterest board includes is beauty examined in art exhibitions and in advertising over the decades to generate discussion about standards of beauty, and then how women were viewed then versus how they're viewed now in advertising and in exhibitions, which sort of seek to also bring about that kind of discussion. And Facebook, what the strategy is going to be going forward is connecting with more communities that are addressing some of the same issues that we're addressing, and collaborating with them, and sharing their content, and them sharing our content. Um, and with the WordPress blog, we are including more original reporting, photographs. I was out at one of the exhibitions called Posing Beauty here in Richmond, and I got the opportunity to go to the media preview of that, and take pictures and talk to people. So because content is very important, and I like the idea of bringing original content and not just um, voicing my opinion, but also bringing something new to the table in terms of the content. And in Twitter, as I said, we're connecting with mavens in that industry and that community, and sharing the content and collaborating with them. As you can see, this is the Pinterest board for beauty and art and advertising. It's very visually striking. These are just some of the images. And then you can see here are some of the other images from vintage advertising campaigns, and you can see how the depiction of women in the various ads. And here is our posting to Facebook regarding the beauty and art and advertising. This was the one of the cover photos. As you can see, it's you can't see the entire ad. It's an ad for alcohol, I think, some kind of liquor, and it's talking about women not wearing underwear, which was kind of, I thought, risque for that time. So, and then here is our the Hootsuite dashboard, and you can see some of the discussions that we've had with some of the mavens in the beauty community, and some of the mentions that we've had in forms of answering questions that we've posed on Twitter, and then also, as you can see, Trying to find the cursors. You can see here, this is a response to a question that we had posed about what makes you beautiful. And then here is a discussion with another Maven who wants to collaborate on some things. So we are kind of developing that. It's slow going, but we are developing some following in Twitter as well. And these are some of the images that are part of the Beauty and Art and Advertising Pinterest board. And as you can see, this is actually a painting from the Qing Dynasty in China. And this was on display at the Berkeley Art Museum. Then we have an image from the Beauty and Advertising. This is a Marlboro ad. And this is the Posing Beauty and African American Culture exhibition at the Virginia Museum of Fine Arts here in Richmond. And that lends to some discussion as well. So the importance to the community is helping us to focus the discussion on beauty and image. And it gives the Pinterest board, I think, especially gives a visual kind of timeline of source so that you can start to look at the older ads. You can look at the ads from the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and see the progression of women's images in advertising. Also, the original reporting for the blog and in the blog allows for other voices to be heard. Aside from mine in that particular platform. So with the original reporting, we can talk to other people and get their opinions on various topics involving beauty and art and advertising. And then some of the key hashtags that we're looking at, beauty and art, beauty and advertising, defining beauty, which we've been using all along, and talk beauty to me. So in terms of the analytics, of course, we will look at each platform to see if there's engagement, if people are commenting, if they're sharing the content, if there's an increase in followers. So we could do that for each platform. We can do that in Pinterest, Facebook, of course, and Twitter, and also community, Google Plus community. The goal and the objective is to build a community devoted to expanding the definition of beauty and encouraging better self-image in women. So those are the goals. And as we said before, we are going to be collaborating with some of the mavens that we've encountered in forming the Beauty Is community. And so we will look and see next week how this has grown when we do part 2, and see if we've been able to meet any of the objectives and just how successful the campaign has been. Okay, thank you very much for listening. Have a great day.